We had completed that lesson on environment management, and I hope all the points were clear, everyone. Any queries, any doubts? Any question which was there, which you all had to answer and think? नहीं था ना last time? Okay. So let us continue. आज हम लोग नया लेसन शुरू करते हैं, ठीक है? And we'll begin with an important lesson, that is life process 2. Okay, life process 1 we have already done. ठीक है, अभी हमें करना है life process 2. ठीक है? So we have already understood कि what is the meaning of life process and what are the different types of life process. In the first life process, what were the different aspects that we already studied? Gargi will answer this. पहले लाइफ प्रोसेस में क्या क्या स्टडी किया था? Yes. Okay, Sneha, tell.
Cell division, meiosis, meiosis,
Division, mitosis, and meiosis. Okay.
meiosis,
Energy production.
production,
Production of energy, respiration.
Respiration.
Very good.
respiration.
Respiration.
And about various nutrients which we consume.
So we have discussed about nutrition and respiration both. Right? Energy production, respiration, and cell division. That was very important. Okay. So those life process we have studied over there. And as per the syllabus that you are having life process 2. And life process 2 man entirely, wait, I'll just share the screen. It's an important topic and it covers a vast number of aspects. And the only life process that you have to study in this lesson, it is you will be studying about reproduction in living organisms. Okay, so life process 2 is only about reproduction as a life process. Okay, so in detail you are going to study about this right from the microorganisms level to all the higher plants and animals, including human beings. Okay, so इसमें काफी सारे aspects आएंगे. Even from the exam point of view, this is an important topic. So all the concepts, all the names, all the terms, the parts, the structures, the location, the functions, सब कुछ अच्छे से clearly समझना. ठीक है? That way it will be interesting for you. So as far as possible, यहाँ पे pictures, examples and all of there I've included, and you'll learn from that. ठीक है? Okay. So all of you can understand what is the first question I'm going to ask. What is that? You can see one term on the page, that is reproduction. So what do you mean by that? If you split up the word, reproduction, how will you tell the meaning of this word? Split up करना हो तो re will be different, production will be different. So what does production stand for? In biology, in this life process, what does the word production stand for?
To create something new.
To create something new. Okay, so if there is a mobile phone being manufactured in a factory, will you call it reproduction?
Biologically create something new.
Yes, biologically creating something new. So यहाँ पे specifically बोलना है biologically creating a new organism. So a new organism is produced only by one process, and that is reproduction. Okay, from the tiniest of microorganisms to the largest of plants and animals, the only process by which new living things are produced, that is reproduction. So यहाँ पे production का मतलब है creating. What does the word re stand for?
Again.
So that means producing again and again is reproduction?
Yes.
Producing again and again, I don't think so. That again stands for something else actually. Yes. यहाँ पे अगेन का मतलब क्या होता है? Put on your videos, no? Yes. यहाँ पे re मतलब again. What does that again stand for? Okay. What happens when a tiger reproduces? What is born? Which animal is born when a tiger reproduces?
Tiger.
Tiger.
Of course. Which animal is born when a polar bear reproduces? Something very silly, है ना? Which plant you will get when you sow a mango seed in the soil?
Mango.
Mango. So nice. Very knowledgeable. So what are these examples telling you? Re का मतलब क्या है?
Of similar species.
Hmm.
Same species.
The
Of
correct
same
word is
species.
species. Correct. Re का मतलब है producing a new organism of the same species. This is the universal truth about reproduction. Okay, it is right up to the species level. You take a mango seed, you sow it, you always get only a mango plant. Okay, like a tiger or a parrot will always give birth to a tiger or a parrot only. कभी भी ऐसा कोई miracle नहीं होता है where one species gives birth to some other species. That is the meaning of this word re. Okay, and the name of this unit is reproduction in living organisms. That means we are talking about all the different types of organisms. Understood the meaning behind reproduction, everyone? Because generally we tend to assume कि मतलब ये easy है, मैं आता है करके, ठीक है? Okay. Next one. What are these you are seeing on the screen? See, the young ones of elephants, correct? Koala bear. You have the squirrel monkey, different types of monkeys. See, what is the one common thing that you are seeing in all these pictures? Two common things, if I have to.
Parents are taking care of their young.
Correct. The main point is the parents are taking care of their young ones very nicely. So that is a very, very important feature which has developed in the animal world. Classification of animals में हम पढ़ेंगे उसके बारे में कि whenever animals have evolved through over a period of years, this is one important feature that has evolved, that in every species, okay, the parental generation takes care of the young one. Can you tell the reason why? Simple question. Why do the parents take care of the young ones? अभी elephants को देखो. If it is a wild elephant, try to go near that baby elephant. What will the mother elephant do? ऐसे उठाएगा और गोल गोल घुमा के कहीं फेंक देगा.
Defend it.
Yeah, protect it. Correct. So this is something, a feature which has evolved in the nature. इसका जो scientific reason है, the thing is, these parents have given birth to these young ones, and they are protecting it. We call it as an emotional bonding, but the scientific reason is that the parental species, they don't want their species to be eliminated. That is the reason. मतलब अगर वो देखेंगे कि उनका young ones जो है वो किसी danger में आ गया, the thing is their species is in danger. So if something happens to the young ones, it might happen कि in the future their species might be wiped out. तो नेचर ने ये पेरेंटल केयर वाला फीलिंग इवॉल्व क्यों किया है? so that the species should remain. That is the aim behind it. Got it? That is the parental care which has evolved. So this was the first common point that you saw in this picture. What is the other common feature?
Parents and young ones look the same.
Okay, they might look the same, but that is in the case of almost all the species.
Parents and offsprings are of same species.
Obviously, that is the underlying part of reproduction as we have discussed. the important feature that we are seeing over here is all the six pictures are of only mammals. Okay, ये सिर्फ mammals का है, and that is the point I was telling कि mammals are the most advanced group of animals, and उनमें सबसे ज़्यादा ये feature देखने को मिलता है. Okay, so that is the another important part of reproduction. ठीक है, it's not just about giving birth to the young ones, it's also making sure that the young ones are surviving. So this is a feature which has evolved only in the case of higher organisms. Now, if you compare this to a very tiny one, say amoeba, when an amoeba reproduces, does it take care of its young one? वो young amoeba को कोई उठा के घूमता है क्या? नहीं. You see in the case of insects, ants and honeybees, they don't take care of their young ones. अंडे डाल दिए निकल गए. So this is a feature which has developed in the higher group of organisms. ठीक है? Compare this. ये तो mammals का example दिखाया. Now see this next one. ये देखो. Okay. So here, because we are talking about reproduction, it is not just restricted to mammals. It is universally across all groups of organisms. So ये देखो, plants are reproducing. So seeds are germinating. Can you tell what is this? We can. Which animal is this?
insect है ना sir?
Yes, it is one of the insects, but कौन सा है?
Helicopter?
Sorry?
Helicopter something.
Helicopter कौन सा insect है?
नहीं एक मिनट.
अच्छा, you are talking about dragonfly.
हाँ.
नहीं, it is not dragonfly. It looks like helicopter. It is
Mosquito?
not helicopter. Yes, they are mosquito larvae. ये mosquito के larvae. Now this is the season of mosquitoes. Correct? जहाँ पे पानी जमा हो जाता है उसके larvae यहाँ पर मिलते हैं. So these are mosquito larvae. तो यहाँ पे देखो वो feature नहीं देखने मिल रहा parental care. Mosquitoes don't take care of their young ones. अंडे डाल दिए निकल गए. पता भी नहीं कौन अपना बच्चा है. Correct? Here you can see the seeds are germinating. And ये पता है तुम लोग को? You have studied in lower classes life cycle of a butterfly. Correct? So this is the
Caterpillar.
Yes, correct. So you have the butterfly egg. Okay, then the larva which is the caterpillar. उसके बाद उसके ऊपर एक coating आ जाता है जिसको pupa बोलते हैं. And then from the pupa, the cocoon which is there, coating को बोलते हैं. उसमें से emerge होता है adult butterfly. So what are these? ऐसे अगर होता है कि reproduction में from the egg till the adult form, when there are different stages, तो उसको क्या बोलते हैं? There is a word for it.
Metamorphosis.
Wonderful. It is called as metamorphosis. Okay. Can you tell what is this? Remember this picture. ये अभी आगे एक slide में आने वाला है. That time I will tell you. Till that time you think. ठीक है? Okay. What are these?
Tadpoles.
Yes. They are the tadpoles of. That means the young ones of a
Frog.
frog. Tadpoles are young ones of frog. Okay. So here in these 6 pictures, I have covered the other groups of organisms also. Okay. And we have seen कि यहाँ पर parental care as such नहीं है. Okay. To some extent, we can say that for the seeds of plants, that when they germinate, they already have the food material present in it. वो देखेंगे पूरा डिटेल में when we will see about plants. ठीक है? So here the point which I was trying to tell you in the introduction part was that when it is reproduction, it is no doubt giving birth to the young ones, and the methods of reproduction are different. Okay, right from the primitive to the advanced ones. And once the young ones are produced, how is the nature ensuring that the young ones survive, and how many of them survive, and how many of them actually grow up and reproduce further? That's the main idea behind this process. Why reproduction is an important life process? What is the reason behind carrying out reproduction? बोलो.
Save species.
To save नहीं बोल सकते, वो environmental conservation जैसा हो गया. To propagate one species. Okay, that is what I was saying, vocabulary, right? अपना species को propagate करना जरूरी है. That is why it is one process which every organism has to do. Okay, that is what nature has built in. Okay, now understand some points which are coming up on the screen one by one. Okay, सबसे पहले there is one very important underlying fact about reproduction. उसको बोलते हैं, there is a Greek statement जिसको बोलते हैं like begets like. Can you tell the meaning of this statement? Like begets like. सुना है कभी पहले? Okay, I've already told in the beginning of this lecture today. Like begets like का मतलब है, you can just focus on these two words, like and like, same word repeat हो रहे हैं. That means what? The same species is born whenever an organism reproduces. All organisms reproduce to give rise to individuals of the same species. That is the meaning of this statement. Like begets like. It is about the species level I'm talking.
Sir,
Okay? बोलो.
there is an exception when horse and donkey reproduce. A mule is formed, which is non-fertile, sterile.
That's a good example, but here we are
That's an
discussing about.
exception, no?
No, listen.
Exception.
You took a very good point, but let me tell you, ये जो point हम बता रहे हैं ना, reproduction as a life process, here we are talking about something which happens only naturally in the nature. And the example that you gave is correct. Horse and donkey reproduce to give rise to a mule, but that does not happen naturally. That is artificial breeding that only human beings do. Okay, and that is why artificially only some species are capable of creating such hybrids. And ऐसे hybrids इसीलिए वो survive नहीं करते, मतलब reproductively capable नहीं रहते हैं. The reason is nature also does not prefer random hybrids. Nature में important point है, millions of species are living together, but every species is maintaining its own integrity. ये evolution में भी हमने देखा था, उसको reproductive isolation करके बोलते हैं. Now, if you look outside on the streets, there are dogs, there are cats, there are pigeons, there are crows. Do they reproduce with each other randomly? Imagine क्या हो जाएगा. Okay, but ऐसा नहीं होता है ना. बारिश का सीजन है, अपना पीकॉक ने अपने पंख दिखा के नाचना शुरू कर दिया. Does any other animal get attracted to it? No. It is only for the peahen. बाकी कितने भी animals वो नाचने का शो देखेंगे, but only peahen will be the one which will understand it is for reproduction. Getting it? So what example that you gave is correct, but that is something we have created. और ऐसे not only the mule, we have created many other such animals and plants which are hybrid. Okay, and very few species are there which are genetically compatible that can give rise to such hybrids. And वो purposely वो reproductively vigorous नहीं रहता है. The reason is nature does not prefer this kind of hybrid. वो अपना काम निकल जाए, अपना desired features अपने को मिल जाए, इसके लिए हम लोग बना लेते हैं. We have created so many such hybrid varieties of plant crops, grapes में, mangoes में, but they are all not capable of reproduction. They do not produce seeds. Okay, so यहाँ पर जो हम life process के बारे में बात कर रहे हैं, that is only for the natural process, something that happens naturally without we changing anything. इस लेसन में देखो आगे एंड में the last part of the lesson will be about human reproduction. उसमें भी हमने कितना टेक्नोलॉजी डालकर क्या क्या चेंजेस कर दिया. There is a concept called as designer babies. We will discuss about that. ठीक है, तो यहाँ पे टेक्नोलॉजी के बारे में आता है, तो that we are not going to discuss for now. पहले हम लोग सिर्फ नेचुरल प्रोसेस पढ़ेंगे. ओके आनंदिता?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so this statement is clear. Like begets like. Next statement देखो, every organism reproduces to give rise to young ones of the same species. That is a fixed rule for every species on the earth. इसमें कोई भी exception नहीं है. ठीक है, that is an important point you need to understand. Then reproduction is the only life process by which new individuals can be produced and the species can be propagated. ठीक है, नया species जो बनता है that is by the process which Darwin has explained. Okay, reproduction या hybridization से नया species nature में नहीं बनता, ठीक है, it is only by normal process. Understood this important point? All these key points I have highlighted over here. And then along with reproduction, you know very well, it goes hand in hand with something called heredity. Whenever a parental generation gives birth to the young ones, so the young ones have a lot of resemblance with the parents because they get the genes, and along with the genes, the respective characters from the parental generation. And that's why we already discussed the point that the young ones of any species are similar to the parents, or in some cases they are same like the parents. That phenomenon in the nature is called as heredity, या inheritance. Inheritance of characters is called heredity. Okay, so this is also an important point. Heredity के बारे में भी हमने अच्छे से डिस्कस कर ही लिया फर्स्ट लेसन में. Okay, so ये सब जो कोरिलेट करो फर्स्ट लेसन में जो सीखा उससे कि हेरिडिटी कैसे होता है, एवोल्यूशन कैसे हुआ. So all that is very important for reproduction, and that's the reason in life process 1 you have also studied about cell division. तो इसमें माइटोसिस मियोसिस के बारे में भी आएगा, ठीक है. नेक्स्ट, so basically there are two types of reproduction, asexual and sexual reproduction. Okay, have you studied about this anytime in the lower classes? Asexual and sexual reproduction.
So
So what you may not have studied in detail in the 10th standard level. थोड़ा डिटेल में जाना है.
हाँ, डिटेल नहीं था,
हाँ.
जस्ट थोड़ा थोड़ा.
Okay, okay, ठीक है. So all these points are clear everyone. Reproduction के बारे में जो background points बताएगा.
हाँ.
Yeah. Okay. So coming to the two types, that is asexual and sexual reproduction. Let us see quickly. पहले हम लोग introduction देख लेते हैं कि asexual क्या है and sexual reproduction क्या है. And once you understand that, you have to study about all the different types of asexual reproduction, followed by the different patterns of sexual reproduction in higher organisms. Okay. So simple से लेकर complicated की तरफ जाएंगे. So see this point. Asexual and sexual reproduction. 7 major points of differences I have shortlisted, which will be important for you to understand. And exam में अगर ऐसे differentiate between question आता है तो यही लिखना है, but पूरा sentence बना के लिखना है, ठीक है. So take a look at the point. Asexual. अभी इसमें भी ऐसा है कि we have studied evolution, तो हर चीज को evolution से correlate करो. Whenever life evolved on the earth, and the first organisms that evolved were the primitive ones. Okay. So primitive organisms पहले आ गए, and they were the ones who started carrying out asexual reproduction because that is simple and faster method. But then जैसे जैसे evolution हुआ, सिर्फ asexual reproduction sufficient नहीं था life को better बनाने के लिए, and that's the reason evolution took place and organisms started undergoing sexual reproduction. So the point over here is that sexual reproduction has evolved from asexual reproduction, and why it has evolved, we'll see this. Okay, कहाँ चले गए सर? I cannot see anyone. I don't know. Yeah. So in the case of asexual reproduction, only one parent is sufficient. That is the main point. One parent enough for asexual reproduction. Now we can wonder कि one parent से कैसे करेंगे, ठीक है? And in sexual reproduction, two parents are required. And obviously one is a male, another a female. In one of the answer papers during one of the batches, one student had written sexual reproduction, minimum two parents are required. Please don't add any extra word. Okay, बहुत अजीब हो जाता है. Don't need to write anything minimum, maximum, anything. Just write two parents. That's it. ठीक है? And one male, one female ये भी mention करो, बहुत जरूरत है. ठीक है? Okay, उसके details में नहीं जाते. Fine. So asexual में just one parent, sexual में two parents. तो यहाँ पे nature ने कैसे फंडा किया है कि asexual reproduction means whatever is that one parent. Now because it is only one parent, तो हम लोग male female नहीं करेंगे. It's just one parent. Okay, a diploid organism. उसके जितने भी क्रोमोसोम्स है, उसमें जो भी जीन्स है, the same thing will pass on to the young one. So that is the reason in asexual reproduction, okay, whatever is the character of the parent, the exact same characters go into the young one. So that's why see the 6 points. The young ones are exactly the same as parents. Now, when I say exactly the same, doesn't mean only by looks. We are talking about the genes. Okay. So the reason is because it is only one parent. See the third point also. Only mitosis is involved. And as you have seen, mitosis में क्या है कि only 2 daughter cells are produced and ploidy level does not change. But compare this to sexual reproduction. One male parent, one female parent. So यहाँ पे क्या है कि there are something called gametes which are produced. And we have understood in the previous lesson what are gametes. Meiosis study किया है? Correct. So when you talk about meiosis, the 4 daughter cells that are produced, which are haploid. याद है meiosis अच्छे से? The 4 haploid daughter cells which are produced, उनको हम लोग बोलते हैं gametes. Okay. So here, because mitosis, meiosis both are taking place, and haploid gametes are produced, that's why the young ones which are there. Now meiosis में एक बहुत बड़ा event होता है, उसको क्या बोलते हैं? One important step in meiosis which does not take place in mitosis. बताओ. What is that important step in meiosis that does not take place in mitosis?
माइटोसिस में रिड्यूस नहीं होता क्रोमोसोम नंबर.
That is true. इसलिए उसको इक्वेशनल डिवीजन बोलते हैं. बट आई एम आस्किंग कि meiosis में ऐसा कौन सा स्टेप होता है जो माइटोसिस में नहीं होता?
Meiosis is divided into two parts, meiosis 1 and meiosis 2, whereas mitosis is done in single.
Okay, but I am asking about one important step which takes place only in meiosis, not in mitosis. If you remember, I'll give you a hint. When I was explaining about that, उसमें मैंने playing cards का example दिया.
Recombination.
याद है?
Combination.
हाँ. है ना? Reshuffling, recombination, crossing over, very very important step. जैसे ही कभी meiosis word सुनो तो दिमाग में आना चाहिए recombination. So recombination किसका होता है during meiosis? किसका recombination?
Genes.
Yes. It is the recombination of the genes along with the chromosome. And that is why in the cell, recollect, meiosis अच्छे से याद करो. In the cell, the parental chromosome, male chromosome and the female chromosome are there. Pairs में होते हैं ना chromosomes. तो उनके बीच में there is exchange of some part of the chromosome. Okay, तो एक बड़ा क्रोमोसोम है तो उसका एक हिस्सा जो है छोटा वाला, okay, वो दूसरे क्रोमोसोम के साथ exchange हो जाएगा. So that means now after the crossing over, after the recombination, one single chromosome will have characters from both the parents. That is the reshuffling. And that's why जब वो हो जाने के बाद meiosis पूरा होगा तो haploid gametes जब बनेंगे तो each gamete will have the chromosome having characters from both the parents. तो अगर ये meiosis नहीं होता तो क्या रहता फिर कि या तो पूरे मेल के कैरेक्टर्स गैमेट में जा रहे हैं या फिर फीमेल के कैरेक्टर. But that does not happen because nature has evolved this very important process called crossing over. So that way when the gametes are produced, that's why the young ones are not exactly the same as parents. I have used the word similar. Yes, similar to the parents, but not exactly alike. Because वो एक इंडिविजुअल में दो इंडिविजुअल्स के जीन्स आते हैं. It might be more like one parent, less than like the other parent. That is possible. इट्स नॉट ऑलवेज नेसेसरी कि दोनों का 50-50% ही, ठीक है, बट इट इज ऑलवेज अ कॉम्बिनेशन ऑफ टू पेरेंट्स। इसीलिए इन द केस ऑफ असेक्सुअल रिप्रोडक्शन whatever young ones are produced which are exactly the same as the parent, उनको हम लोग बोलते हैं क्लोन। ये वर्ड सुना होगा सबने, क्लोन मीन्स एग्जैक्ट कॉपी, लाइक अ जेरॉक्स कॉपी। फॉर एग्जांपल जैसे असेक्सुअल में अगर बोले तो अमीबा, सिंपलेस्ट वन। अमीबा जब यंग वन प्रोड्यूस करता है तो यंग वन इज एग्जैक्टली द सेम एज द पेरेंट अमीबा, तो इसलिए हम उसको क्लोन्स बोलते हैं। बट इन द केस ऑफ से ह्यूमन बीइंग्स, हायर वी आर द हाईएस्ट ऑर्गेनिज्म, advanced one. Okay, so no human being is exactly the same as the parent. That can happen only in Bahubali. Correct? Twins are different. वो अभी इसमें बाद में आएंगे हम लोग, ठीक है। You might have a question. Okay, हर बार आते ही है, but यहाँ पे हम लोग बोल रहे हैं young ones के बारे में। So all young ones. Now if you say higher animals like say cows and buffaloes and horses, उनका young ones parents की तरह ही दिखते हैं, but that is because all the animals of that species they look exactly the same. They have differences but they are not very apparent. But यहाँ पे जब मैं बोल रहा हूँ कि it's exactly same या similar, then let me remind you I am talking about the genes. So the genetic combination is exactly same in this asexual, while it is similar or a combination of two parents in the case of sexual reproduction. इसलिए asexual में young ones को बोलते हैं clone and sexual में young ones को बोलते हैं offspring. That is the right word. I hope everybody is understanding. ये बहुत important है, don't forget this. ये बहुत basics हैं, this you have to keep on learning every time. And if at all you go for biology as a career, ये बहुत important points है. Okay, so all these points goes hand in hand. That's the reason ये fifth point देखो अभी. The variations are developed in the next generation. Variations are not developed. I'll change that. In asexual reproduction, there are no variations produced. There's a mistake here. I'll do that. Okay, variations are not developed because exactly same characters जा रहे हैं ना, तो कुछ change होने का scope ही नहीं है, unless and until there is a mutation sometime. But that's a very rare occurrence. But if you talk about sexual reproduction, yes, there is variation developed because there is recombination. Because हर game खेलने के पहले हम लोग 5 पीस रहे, getting it? जीन्स का शफलिंग कर रहे हैं, तो अगले जनरेशन में क्या जाएगा कुछ नहीं कह सकते. So every new generation becomes a mystery because of that. That is the beautiful phenomenon called recombination which has evolved in the nature. And that's the reason asexual reproduction overall, if you see, for evolution this is not a suitable system. Because एक ही character same अगर 10, 15, 20 generation तक pass on होते जाएगा, तो characters will not remain vigorous. Naturally, it is not favorable for the species. There is a high chance that the species will become extinct. But in sexual reproduction, it is good for evolutionary process, and every generation becomes better because they get the better combination of genes, or sometimes the best combination of genes which are more suitable for the organism and for the current generation also. Understood these differences properly, everyone? Take 2 minutes time, go through these points, retain them. कोई डाउट हो तो पूछ लो. I want everybody to understand this properly. This is extremely important. Because in the entire remaining part of the lesson, all these points will be coming up again and again. तो सब अच्छे से याद रखना है. Yes, everybody has understood? Diksha, Gargi, Mrunal, Prachi, Aditya.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Komal is also there. Okay.
Yes, sir.
ठीक है. Shall we continue? Okay. So with this background about asexual and sexual reproduction. So first we'll understand one by one all the different types of reproduction, and we'll begin with the asexual reproduction. Okay. Okay. So first we will begin with asexual reproduction in the case of unicellular organisms. Okay. सबसे छोटे वाले simplest one से शुरू करेंगे. Okay. So all of you can understand what are the unicellular organisms, इसके examples क्या है, ठीक है? So first type, in case of unicellular organisms, there are three types of asexual reproduction. The first type is called as fission. Okay, there is one type called as fission. Now, whenever you say the word fission, the literal meaning of the word is to break. Okay, जैसे nuclear fission हम बोलते हैं. Okay, so fission का मतलब है to break. So simple word, because we are talking about unicellular organism. That means organisms which are made up of just one cell. So the simplest method is that one cell, okay, will simply break up into two, and those two are the young ones. So that is asexual, and as we are told in the previous slide, asexual means just one parent. So one parent, one cell breaking up into two young ones, finished. Reproduction over. So the simplest type is called binary fission. Okay, example for that is amoeba. Fission के दो type है, binary fission and the other one is multiple fission. We will see them both. ठीक है? So binary fission कैसे होता है? Amoeba, all of you know how it looks. Everybody's favorite diagram. Correct? आंख बंद करके बना दो, amoeba बन जाएगा. So when you draw an amoeba, it has got a random shape or symmetrical. So here in this case of amoeba, this is extremely similar to mitosis. Unicellular है and cell का division हो रहा है, nothing else. Okay, but ये ऐसा cell है जो अपने आप में एक living organism. Mitosis is for living cells. तो body के अंदर organs में, tissues में, cells में जो division हो रहा है, that is mitosis. So that's why you cannot call binary fission as mitosis. But the pattern remains the same. This is reproduction because new young ones are produced. Okay, so one parent cell inside which there is one nucleus. So first of all, that nucleus will divide into two, and then the cell will start dividing. Cytoplasm divide होना शुरू हो जाता है, and then they will break up. You get two daughter cells. So in the case of binary fission, you won't get the parent cell back. The parental cell जब young one को produce करते हैं, so there is no parent left. Okay, it's simply the two daughter cells. And as you have seen, there is no genetic exchange, crossing over, meiosis, nothing at all. Simplest process. And यहाँ पे important point लिखा है, this takes place under favorable conditions. Can you tell where does an amoeba live? Where do you get amoeba?
Water.
Yes, you get it in
Dirty
stagnant
water.
water bodies. Yeah, clean, not clean water bodies. Okay, but stagnant ones and fresh water bodies, not the salty marine ones. ठीक है? तभी यहाँ पे लिखा है under favorable conditions. That means amoeba के लिए favorable condition क्या हो सकते हैं? Yes. The temperature of the water, the chemicals present in the water, the cleanliness of the water, okay, the water current, light amount entering the water. All these are conditions which are necessary and very important. Amoeba के लिए nutrition. अभी amoeba जैसा organism क्या खाता होगा? What will an amoeba eat?
Other microbes.
Yes, small microorganism, or simply speaking, organic matter. Whatever organic matter, planktons वगैरह जो छोटे छोटे, जो अमीबा से भी छोटे होते हैं, उनको पकड़ के खाता है. इतना सा अमीबा उसको कितना खाना होगा? Correct. So there are many such options available. But if wherever in that water the amoeba is living, अगर ये सारे conditions उसको अच्छे से मिल रहे तो उसके लिए favorable. That means its life is not at stake. So ऐसे condition में it will undergo binary fission. But there is another option for amoeba. Amoeba can also undergo multiple fission. Okay, so according to the external environmental conditions it will decide बाइनरी करना है कि मल्टीपल करना है. ओके, सीधे मल्टीपल फिजन में क्या होगा, वन सिंगल अमीबा विल फॉर्म समथिंग कॉल्ड एज अ प्रोटेक्टिव कवरिंग और सिस्ट अराउंड इट, एंड इसके अंदर जो एक सेल है वो डिवाइड होकर बहुत सारे सेल्स बनेंगे. मेनी डॉटर सेल्स प्रोड्यूस बाय मल्टीपल फिजन, द सिस्ट विल रिमेन एज इट इज, एंड देन the cyst will start breaking at one point and all these young daughter cells will be just released outside. The number is not fixed, there are many, so it's a multiple. So binary fission mein there are two daughter cells, multiple fission mein there are many daughter cells. So amoeba can undergo both. हाँ बोलो.
और फेवरेबल में भी हो सकता है ना फिर मल्टीपल फिजन, तो उसका स्पीशीज ज्यादा होगा.
Very good, या 2 steps ahead. मैं अभी जस्ट वही पूछने वाला था. That was my next question कि अमीबा दोनों कर सकता है, तो फेवरेबल में सब उसके पास मिल रहा है, लाइट पानी खाना सब कुछ बराबर है, तो वो मल्टीपल क्यों नहीं कर रहा है. एंड अनफेवरेबल मतलब इसमें से कोई भी फैक्टर्स है एनवायरनमेंट का जो बराबर नहीं है. मे बी टेम्परेचर इज नॉट परफेक्ट, लाइट प्रॉब्लम है, खाने को नहीं मिल रहा है, तो दैट मीन्स इट्स लाइफ इज इन डेंजर. तो ऐसे टाइम पे इतने सारा अमीबा क्यों बना है? थिंक अबाउट इट एंड टेल मी. This can be a very important give reason question also for you. Very good, Sneha. Good thought. Come on, try and tell the answer.
जब अनफेवरेबल कंडीशंस होते हैं तब देर आर चांसेस दैट द स्पीशीज में गेट एक्सटिंक्ट, so they produce many organisms so they for the continuity of the species, and when the conditions are favorable then many amoeba can reproduce, so just single.
Perfect. Very good answer. Because when the conditions are unfavorable, it poses a threat to the survival of the species. तो ऐसे टाइम पे अमीबा क्या करता है, बहुत सारे अमीबियो डॉटर अमीबा जो होते हैं उसको बोलते हैं अमीब्यूले, तो बहुत सारे अमीब्यूले बना देते हैं. बिकॉज द एम इज द प्रिंसिपल बिहाइंड दैट इज व्हेन मेनी स्मॉल अमीब्यूले आर प्रोड्यूस्ड बिकॉज ऑफ द अनफेवरेबल कंडीशन, एटलीस्ट सम विल सर्वाइव. तो रिप्रोडक्शन का एम क्या है, अपना स्पीशीज बचाए रखना है. इसमें ज्यादा प्रोड्यूस कर लो, कुछ तो बचेंगे. बट इफ द कंडीशंस आर फेवरेबल, सब कुछ बराबर है, मतलब उसके लाइफ को थ्रेट नहीं है, even if it produces just 2 daughter cells, there are high chances that they will survive. तो स्पीशीज बच रहा है. तो फेवरेबल कंडीशन में भी मल्टीपल कर सकते हैं, बट मल्टीपल फिजन के लिए कंपैरेटिवली इट रिक्वायर्स मोर एनर्जी. तो नेचर का ये भी रूल है, unnecessarily expenditure of energy is avoided. That is also an important step. इसलिए जब ऑर्गेनिजम्स के पास 2 या 2 से ज्यादा ऑप्शंस होते हैं, तो the one taking the least energy will be preferred. अभी जैसे स्टूडेंट्स के केस में 2 महीने बाद एग्जाम है करके बोलते हैं, तो अभी से पढ़ना शुरू करते हैं क्या? नॉर्मली नेचर नहीं सिखाया ना, अननेसेसरी एक्सपेंडिचर ऑफ एनर्जी शुड बी अवॉइडेड. तो एग्जाम जब एक दिन पहले आते हैं सबसे ज्यादा एनर्जी लेवल बढ़ जाता है, राइट? सो दैट इज द ऑप्शन. ठीक है, जस्ट एन एग्जांपल, ये एग्जाम में आंसर में नहीं लिखना है. ठीक है, अंडरस्टूड दिस बाइनरी फिजन एंड मल्टीपल फिजन. ओके, ये बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट गिव रीजन पॉइंट है, दिस कैन कम इन द एग्जाम. ठीक है, ओके. कैन यू टेल एग्जांपल ऑफ एनी अदर ऑर्गेनिज्म दैट अंडरगोस फिजन? यहाँ पे अमीबा के एग्जांपल दिया, उसके अलावा दूसरा कौन सा ऑर्गेनिज्म है जो फिजन कर सकते हैं?
Paramecium euglena.
Correct, paramecium. Have you seen paramecium? How does it look?
Diagram.
It looks like a pair of slippers. Correct.
Yes.
चप्पल के जैसे. Paramecium paragon, याद रखो. ठीक है. And euglena is also one other example that can also undergo fission. Okay, so fission हो गया, उसके 2 टाइप्स हो गए. थर्ड टाइप is budding. Okay, this इसका जो typical example है that is yeast. All of you know what is yeast? It has got a lot of commercial uses.
Yes.
Yes, baker's yeast बोलते हैं. Can you tell the scientific name of yeast? Ninth standard में था, useful and harmful microbes. Yeast is Saccharomyces cerevisiae. Okay, छोटा सा नाम है, Saccharomyces cerevisiae, याद रखो. That is yeast. So yeast is a unicellular organism. It is a fungi-like organism, not exactly a true fungi. Fungi के जैसा organism है. And the yeast cell, पहले मैं draw करके दिखाता हूँ. The yeast cell looks like this. जैसे ये single cell है yeast का. Okay. ये सिंगल सेल, ये उसका न्यूक्लियस है. तो इसमें होता क्या है कि इस सेल के ऊपर एक छोटा सा बर्ड जैसा आ जाएगा. The word is budding. So there is a small outgrowth from the cell which is called as a bud. And ये bud जो है वो धीरे धीरे साइज में बढ़ेगा like this. It will start having its own nucleus. And once it attains the full size, it will become a separate yeast. Complete. Finished. Okay. So sometimes what happens is अभी ये जो yeast है, okay, having its own nucleus, instead of producing just one bud, a yeast can produce a chain of buds. एक ही yeast के ऊपर बहुत सारे buds आएंगे छोटे छोटे.
दीदी ने खरीदला ना थोडासा
Like this.
ना दीदी कधी खाणार आहे.
Okay. It produces a chain of buds. And एक साथ सब mature होंगे. And once they are all mature, each one will be separated out. Each one will become a new yeast. Okay, so according to the conditions, again, anything is possible. So this type of reproduction is known as budding. So as you have seen, all the rules are followed. One parent, no meiosis, no
त्यात काय
gametes.
खाऊ शकतो. मी लक्ष देते ना तिथे, तर तू बोलून म्हणजे लक्ष नको करू.
Prachi. Okay, so that is budding. So ये जो outgrowth निकलते cell में से उसको बोलते हैं bud. Understood this, everyone? Okay. So ये just एक diagrammatic दिखाया. You have it in your textbook also. See this picture. This is yeast. Can you see the outgrowth on the cells? And एक ही yeast में से chains भी बन सकते हैं, एक दो भी बन सकते हैं, या एक ही yeast के ऊपर एक से ज़्यादा birds भी आ सकते हैं. Anything is possible. It depends upon the mood of the yeast. Okay, that is budding. So these were the three examples that we saw about asexual reproduction in the case of unicellular organism. Okay, first one is binary fission, second one is multiple fission, and third one is budding. Now in the exam, if they ask you a question on fission, if they just mention fission, then you have to write about both. Because specifically binary fission and multiple fission बोला तो वही लिखना है आपको. So read the question carefully and understand what is asked, and उसी हिसाब से लिखो. Okay, and diagrams are given in your textbook also. वही follow करना है. Exam के लिए तो वही follow करना है. These diagrams are only for your understanding. Okay, ये refer कर सकते हैं, but exam में answer लिखते वक्त only the textbook one. Okay, don't draw anything extra from anywhere else. Okay, everyone. So asexual reproduction in unicellular organisms are clear properly. Okay. Okay, so we'll move to the next one. Now, asexual reproduction in the case of multicellular organisms. यही rules follow होते हैं. One parent, no gametes, no meiosis. But in the case of some multicellular organisms also, this is carried out. We'll see some of them. Okay. The first type, again, it is called budding. But this is slightly different. ये multicellular आते हैं. So budding is common for asexual and unicellular also. But उसमें example देना है yeast का. इसमें example देना है hydra. All of you have seen a hydra. You know how it looks? Okay, this is a marine aquatic animal, and it looks like a very small one, microscopic actually. It has got a stalk like this, cylindrical one, and at the top there are projections which are known as tentacles. When we'll study about animal classification, उसमें detail में आएगा फिर, ठीक है? So this animal is called the hydra, and hydra में it is aquatic in nature. ये जो tentacles है पानी में ऐसे sway करता रहते हैं, and whenever there is any organic matter floating around in the water which becomes a food for hydra, the tentacles will just catch it, put it inside, and whatever waste matter is there will come out from the same opening. यहाँ पे एक opening है, common opening for both. Okay, so that is hydra, and on the stalk of the hydra there can be a small outgrowth called the bud. Okay, there can be a small outgrowth which is called the bud. जैसे ईस्ट के ऊपर आ रहा था वैसे, बट वो यूनिसेलुलर या मल्टीसेलुलर. Okay, so on the stalk there can be a small outgrowth which looks very similar to the hydra. It is a hydra actually, but वो parent के ऊपर ही ऐसे grow होते हैं, and once it becomes mature it just gets separated off and becomes a new hydra. Finished. Okay, so this is budding because parent के side में से एक bud निकल के आता है, which becomes a complete new organism and a new young one is produced. Okay, so example याद रखना है, multicellular में budding example is hydra, unicellular में example is yeast. ठीक है? Okay, next one. This is spore formation. All of you know what is the spore? Spores क्या होता है पता है? See this. This is a picture taken under the microscope. इसका सबसे best example है fungi. What are fungi? Can you tell? Fungi क्या होते हैं?
Fungus.
Yes, singular is
Or
fungus,
mold.
plural is fungi. Yes, mold is a
Mold.
type of fungi. Imagine like in this season now, you know very well the food gets spoiled very fast. तो bread वगैरह अगर कुछ रहेगा and थोड़ा सा उसमें moisture लग गया, खराब हो गया. So after 2-3 days you see some outgrowths on it. Cottony mass आ जाता है, greenish color, yellowish color. Okay, or can be some dark color also. So if you take that sample, slide में तैयार करके if you observe under the microscope, you see somewhat like this. There are thread-like structures, okay, जिनको बोलते हैं filament. Yeah, you can also call them as hyphae या mycelium. And on the mycelium there is a bulbous structure like this. इसको बोलते हैं sporangium. इनके अंदर बनते हैं छोटे छोटे masses. Can you see this almost transparent one? Many of them. ये देखो. इनको बोलते हैं spores. So many spores, millions of spores are released by this fungi. तो एक fungi के body में काफी सारे ये sporangium बनते हैं, उसमें से काफी सारे spores निकलते हैं. They just keep on releasing. The life cycle is more about producing spores. Each spore, whenever it is released in the air and wherever it falls down, तो जहाँ कहीं भी गिरेगा वहाँ पे अगर nutrient level, moisture level, oxygen level perfect रहेगा, favorable रहेगा, so that spore will germinate and new such hyphae or filaments will be produced. फिर उसमें और sporangium बनेंगे और spores बनेंगे. So the main way in which the fungi reproduce is by spore formation. Now see one picture which I had shown you in the initial slides also. Here. Now you understood what is it? ये जो धुआं जैसा निकल रहा है, what is that?
Spores.
They are the spores and these are fungi. Now in this season, if you happen to go to any natural area, forest में या कहीं पर, it's a wet season, अच्छा खासा बारिश भी हो रहा है. So on the trunks of plants, on the wood surface, you will see many fungi growing. Mushrooms. Mushroom is the best example of a fungi. That's a fungi which is edible. We can eat. Okay. So all these they reproduce just by producing spore. मतलब ये एक fungi है. Imagine the number of spores in this. They are just released in the air. सब आसपास कहीं गिरेंगे. And why do they produce so many number of spores? इतने सारे spores क्यों release करते हैं?
क्योंकि उनका हर जगह
यस नेहा टेल।
उनका हर जगह फेवरेबल कंडीशन नहीं होता, किधर किधर ही होता है, तो उनका स्पीशीज ज्यादा होगा तो कोई कोई सरवाइव कर पाएगा।
करेक्ट, दैट इज द सेम प्रिंसिपल। देखो पहले अमीबा के केस में भी हमने देखा, हियर आल्सो वी आर सीइंग द सिमिलर प्रिंसिपल, बिकॉज ऑल इट इज एंश्योर्ड, अभी इतने सारे मिलियंस ऑफ स्पोर्स हैं, ओके, शायद ही कभी कोई चांस होगा कि ईच वन ऑफ देम विल जर्मिनेट, एंड वी आर सीइंग दैट इन द केस ऑफ डार्विन थियरी आल्सो, ओवर प्रोडक्शन। See, that's the reason ये जो lower organisms है, they produce young ones in very large numbers, because it is sure that all of them will not survive and all of them will not go to the next reproductive stage. Very few among them will survive and the species will continue. अगर ये एक या दो ही स्पोर छोड़ते तो कितना कम गारंटी हो जाता था, correct? That is the point. Understood this? Okay. And the third type is fragmentation. Okay. The word fragment means what? Literal English meaning of the word fragment.
Part.
Sorry.
A small part of something.
Yes, a small piece. Fragments का मतलब है piece. So simplest method, another simple method is reproduction. इसमें example है Spirogyra, which is an algae. Okay, so there are plants like Spirogyra which are having a filamentous structure, मतलब ऐसे लंबे लंबे thread जैसा structure है. Okay, see this. So fragmentation मतलब क्या? All these threads, you can simply break them up into random pieces. Each piece will become a new Spirogyra. खत्म. मतलब उसका जो शरीर है उसको बस तोड़ दो पीसेस में. Every piece is a new organ, new young. खत्म. Okay. So budding, spore formation, fragmentation. Okay. So these were the three methods of asexual reproduction in multicellular organism. There is one more method, but उसके अंदर subtypes बहुत सारे हैं. So that we'll all see together in the next lecture. ठीक है. Simplest जो सारे methods है that we have seen today. Introduction से लेकर यहाँ तक. There is one method which is called as vegetative propagation. उसके सारे types देखेंगे. And then after that we'll move on to sexual reproduction. ठीक है. So यहाँ तक अच्छी तरह समझा. Most probably day after tomorrow, that is on Wednesday, I'll have the next term. So we will continue with vegetative propagation followed by sexual reproduction. Okay. अच्छी तरह समझा यहाँ तक आज का टॉपिक. Any doubt?
हाँ सर.
Yeah, बोलो.
एयर में एवरीवेयर स्पोर्स रहते हैं क्या?
Yes.
पूरी एयर में?
Correct. Yes.
फिर कुछ लोगों को एलर्जीज होती है तो वो अफेक्ट क्यों नहीं होते?
होता है. See, the reason is every fungus does not produce spores which can cause allergy. Some of them are neutral ones. अभी अपने आसपास कौन से टाइप के स्पोर्स हैं, कौन से प्लांट्स के पोलन ग्रेन्स है, उस पर डिपेंड करता है किसी को कितना एलर्जी है. एंड किसी को एलर्जी कितना है, कम है, ज्यादा है, वो खुद के इम्यून सिस्टम पे भी डिपेंड करते हैं. A person with low immunity can have more allergenic reaction. A person who is highly immune to it, even if the spores are entering, उसको allergic reaction नहीं है. It depends on many such factors. Okay. And generally जैसे हम लोग चाह रहे थे, this is more of a tropical region. तो यहाँ पे डाइवर्सिटी काफी ज्यादा है पोलन ग्रेन्स का, स्पोर्स का. बट इफ यू गो टुवर्ड्स द एक्सट्रीम कंडीशन, पोलर रीजन्स में वगैरह जाते हैं तो वहां पे कम है. इट डिपेंड्स ऑन मेनी सच फैक्टर्स. ठीक है. बट यस, दिस स्पोर्स एंड ऑल आर ऑलवेज देयर अराउंड यू. एनी अदर डाउट? ठीक है. सो वी विल वाइंड अप फॉर टुडे एंड विल मीट अगेन दिस वीक. तो लेसन आगे बढ़ाएंगे. फिर प्रिपेयर करके आओ अच्छे से and revise mitosis and meiosis properly, everyone. अच्छे से एक बार go through कर लो so that you'll understand this part even more better. ठीक है. So bye everyone. See you again. Take care.